I think we're going to go to some breaking news right now. We are calling the race in Kentucky, the most expensive House primary race in the country. Decision Desk HQ projects Ed Galrein is the winner of Kentucky's 4th district in the GOP primary. We're going to go to Brooke Shafer, who is at the Massie headquarters. Brooke, this is big news. It's only 7:46 on the East Coast, quite early for this race to be called. You were on the show just about half an hour ago saying they were optimistic there, that they were going to pull this out. This was the toughest race by far that Thomas Massie has faced in his long career.
Yeah, the Massie camp was definitely optimistic. And I should tell you, Elizabeth, I don't think the news has reached this campaign headquarters just yet. Still very much a party mood. You've got music playing, people walking around with Massie signs. We were trying to talk to the Massie camp just a few moments ago. We were told most of the surrogates, the congressman himself, were in the quote-unquote war room. They were watching as these votes were trickling in. But as you said, heading into this, the Massie camp told us they were incredibly optimistic. They thought the congressman was going to be able to pull this off once again. But they admitted there was a concern going into this, and that concern was the president's opinion of Congressman Massie. And we talked to several voters today who told us, yeah, the president's negative opinions of Massie influenced them as they went in to vote today. I even talked to one guy who said he voted for Massie before, but this time he wanted to stick with the president. Congressman Massie has really tried to hammer home this fact that, hey, he still is a conservative. He votes with President Trump and with the party 9 times out of 10. But even still, there were several voters outside of a Kentucky polling location today who told me 90% of the time for them isn't good enough. And this really is proving President Trump still has a grip on this Republican Party. His opinion matters to these voters. Even still, a surrogate here at the Massie camp told me earlier tonight, Elizabeth, that if Massie loses tonight, that he thinks he did this the right way, that he has no regrets with how he has handled his time in office, how he's handled this campaign, saying that Congressman Massie feels like he did not bend the knee. Yeah. Elizabeth?
Brooke, this is, listen, this is going to be a Republican seat. That was what was so extraordinary about the amount of tension this race was getting with, President Trump talking about it nearly every day. We had Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth traveling to Kentucky to campaign on behalf of Galrein. And the most money ever spent, and there's never any danger this seat will go Democrat. This is a solid Republican district. This was never about holding a Republican seat. It was about President Trump being very unhappy with Thomas Massie and wanting him out of the House of Representatives.
Yeah, an unprecedented amount of money was poured into this race, Elizabeth, about $30 million. That led to record early voting numbers in some parts of Kentucky. At the polling location that I was at today, we talked to officials there who said they were very pleased with the turnout they were seeing, especially given this was just a primary election. And again, we should mention, Massie has really tried to hammer this home, that he is still a supporter of President Trump, despite the criticism that he has received. He still votes with Republicans 9 times out of 10, but even still, the president's opinion here seemed to outweigh any of that. And that was an admitted concern from the Massie camp going into this. They said that it is always difficult to go up against the president. And it is clear that President Trump, as I said, his opinion still matters to the voters here in Kentucky. We have not heard from Congressman Massie himself. Okay. We are waiting for that news to seemingly trickle in here to the election night party. Elizabeth?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like folks there have gotten the word yet. Probably just as well let them enjoy themselves a little while longer before the news comes out. But Brooke Shafer, thank you so much for jumping on with us with this breaking news.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.